Today's another mail day. I have 5 packages here. Some from eBay, some I think from discogs. They're direct from the band as well. So let's get started. Alright, this is not what I thought came in, but this first one here is a CD. And it's directly from Bloody Mountain Recordings. This is the Cabinet EP. I have missed most of his releases. This is the drummer from the multi-instrumentalist from Suckprex, and I think he drums in Van Dier. I think they did that split with Lightning Swords of Death, but he runs Bloody Mountain Records, and fantastic dissonant material. He pretty much is very much like I would say him, me, and Justin from Vargeis are very kindred spirits, where creating this our own, I guess, realm of material that's dissonant death metal, blackened death metal, fucking, like, this is more doomy and just nasty, and I really regret missing the earlier ones. Didn't realize that he was printing them in such a small quantity, so shame on me for that. Hopefully I can find some on the aftermarket or something like that. Either way, excellent. Go check out Bloody Mountain Records and score you some of that. Where's my... Not you. Oh, this is what I was looking for. Alright. This next one is who I thought I had ordered 3. Maybe it was just 2. But I got some more Jute Butte in. This is the brand new one. Unus Mundus Pante. I haven't listened to it, but if you're not familiar with the band, it's a one-man band. He does microtonal black metal. Lots of fucking just dissonance, fucking long songs. Some of them might be shorter, but he likes doing a lot of like 11, 15-minute long songs, sometimes even more. But I thought it was oh yeah, this one I was looking at, because he always has the created date. I guess he just records and then he kind of compiles it, because this started recording stuff back in July of 2017 and finished in February of 2023. Just how like this was created between October 2012 to May of 2014. This one is Sea of Thesis. Every time he releases a new one, I try to go back and pick up something else of his. I've been trying to fill out the entire collection. I have, I don't know how many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 of his albums, so here's 12, and I think it's still like close to 18 of them. So, highly recommend. Really just a fan of his work overall and his work ethic. He puts out a ton of material. Kind of reminds me of the Chris and Nostril Caverns, where he just, everything he does is just within the one project, even though Chris hasn't released anything recently. But I digress. Alright, this CD comes all the way from Scotland. Has a little thing on here, sorry for the delay. I did not even know there was a delay, so don't worry. Make that at Take Records. Make that at Take Records. Okay. I guess that's the label I ordered from. Ah, cool deal. I think it's been so long for what I ordered here. I think this is supposed to be this spastic. Here, someone can have this Stone Thrower Legacies LP. So someone can snag that. No big deal. Really, I'm not sure which one of these I had ordered. I want to say it's this one. And I think it's supposed to be the more spastic, not quite emo violence, but along those lines, chaotic core type of material. From what I recall. I mean, I don't even remember ordering either of these really. But I do like these Digi-sleeves for some reason. Normally I don't like Digipacks that much, but I've gotten over it. Now, I used to not like Digi-sleeves at all, but I really kind of appreciate them a bit more. But 8-song album, very cool. This, the Marks, which is the Void, and looks like it's a one-man band, or maybe it's just one guy on there. But I'm interested in hearing what this is. It could be anything, really. Could be more of the same chaotic core. Could be something sludgy. I mean, I would assume sludge. That 5-song album or EP, not quite sure. So that'll be interesting while I'm updating my CD lists. And I think we all have seen enough of these type of packages on my videos to kind of figure where this one came from. But I'm gonna fucking cut my fucking throat open right here. So, which Sega Mega Box did I get from Cityman Productions? And it is Cat Corp. Luxury Girls. 20-song album. I have learned to take out the cassette separate. Of course, you have your fold-out panel book. I was showing these to my wife, and she just called me a fucking dork because of it. Like how much I liked it, or this type of presentation of everything. Just like looked up and just but very cool. A pink, almost Maybelline looking tape, like a ad for Maybelline in the 80s or some shit. Simple fold out J card. But as always, excellent work. I've talked about Mall Corp enough, Cat Corp enough. Mall Soft, it's basically more of the same. He's very prolific. I know he has some other projects, but mainly stays within the Mall Soft category. Sometimes doing virtual utopia. Very cool shit. I pretty much enjoy everything that Cat Corp puts out, and I really like these cassette Mega Drive box sets or whatever. I know that something else just came out from Cityman recently, so I'm looking forward to that. I gotta order it. I was listening to that on my bike ride on Saturday when I was over in Bay St. Louis. I mean, really, y'all don't understand going on, really, like, for me, going on a nighttime bike ride, say, around 3 a.m., 2 a.m. to 3 a.m., go for 20, 30 miles, and just cruise. You have, like, fucking, just that. To me, I like the classic vaporware, and I like the mall soft for that, where it's just kind of like laid back, fat fucking bass, just drifting you off while you're, nobody's out on the road. You get to enjoy everything. Just very fucking awesome time. And I think that's when I've listened to most of my vaporware material is during that time, and kind of connects me more to it. Like Windows 96 and Bodyline. Anyway, rambling about that while I'm trying to get this out. This is a huge order that I had gotten. I ordered off discogs, and I was specifically, what sparked this was the new Suffocation album that's going to be coming out. Really piqued my interest back into them. I mean, the last one I really liked from Suffocation that I bought was Blood Oath. And then when they changed drummers, and I didn't quite like what they did afterwards, and so I didn't really pay attention to it. Not anything else besides I was like, it's not quite Suffocation to me or whatever, but I decided to go back and get those albums. If I'm going to go get this brand new one, I want to fill in the gaps between. Usually I don't do that unless it's actually, really fucking bad, like that Cryptopsy Unspoken King album. Have not bought it, refused to buy it. Of course, new Cryptopsy coming out, and I plan on buying that as well. I know Incantation came out with a new one. I thought I pre-ordered it, but I went through my emails and I had mixed up what I had pre-ordered was the album prior, and that's what showed up, and I was like, okay, what the fuck? Anyway, so this is what I went to get, and then I went ahead and picked up a bunch of other stuff for fucking cheap. Like this whole stack here was, I think, $45 with the shipping. A good chunk of these were like $1, $2, and this was only, I think, $7. So I got Suffocation, Pinnacle, Bedlam. Like I said, I didn't think, like the single I remember from this one was way more thrashy than I wanted. Let me see who it was on drums. I want to say it was Dave was back on it. The drumming is what normally brings me in or kind of cuts me out from it. No. Yeah, Dave was on this one, so I thought for some reason it wasn't Dave. Dave Colcrose is a fucking beast of a drummer. I've enjoyed all his work. I don't know why I just was like put off that he went back or went to Suffocation, because I liked his album that he did with Incantation. I liked his drumming in Malevolent Creation, and I mean, he's a all-star fucking drummer, and I don't know why. Anyway, this is what I went for. And so when I was going through, let me see what else they got. This is Floor Oblation. I did not know this came out, or even knew that Floor released a new album. I don't know when this came out, like what? Fucking, I have to go dig through. I listened to just the first song, and then I kind of clicked through. Yeah, Thunder Pop. I really enjoy the first two albums. Huge amount. Like, the opening track of this sounds like they really were trying to make Scimitar again, which is a great song. I do like the first album most. The only thing I have to say about with this one, it sounds like either the guitars were either if they were recorded live cab and everything, they have been compressed and crushed so much that they sound digital. But I'm really thinking that they just did direct in and then just used a VST to get the tone that they have. It just sounds very limiting and not as alive as I would like. But literally, this was like $1.23, I want to say. Nah, I was like, nah, I fucking like that. Just for the one song. This is Exsanguination Throne at the Inside of Darkness. Get your head out of my fucking drink. That's not good for you. Especially since you threw up earlier. I want to say that they're Brazilian, but I'm not quite sure. Yeah, recorded in Buenos Aires, Argentina. So, my bad, not Brazil. It's in Argentina, but it had that South American vibe to it. Like, it sounded like that sort of like rebellion, Chrysian, very fucking fast, blackened death metal. The vocals are a bit, I don't know, too echoey. But for, I think this was like $1.50, $1.75. I can bypass that. And I think it's one of those things where after the first song or two, you kind of get used to where it sits and how the vocals sit with the music. Because the music was just fierce and just blasting. And I like that. Kind of like how Mental Horror is, but his is, those vocals are extremely guttural, and I like that a bit more for just like blasting South American blackened death metal. Anyway, that's a different tangent. This is Hero Destroyed Thrones, which is Throws, which actually is really odd. I was thinking about this band, how I thought they only released one EP and then broke up. Kind of a sort of chaotic core type of metalcore sound. I'm not quite sure what they sounded like. You know, I remember the first EP, but it's been a while since I had listened to it, and I was thinking about, yeah, I need to really listen to it again. I thought it was pretty good, a little technical. Did not know they had a follow-up album that's 11 songs, but here it was, and it was like for $2.30, something like that. So, I'm really interested to see where they went with this. Because if they got another album after this, so I'm going to have to go check discogs just for Hero Destroyed to see what else that they, if they even put anything else out. I keep saying, This one I'm not, Bound by Entrails for Valhalla's Sorrow. This is their first album. Bound by Entrails does sound a lot like, I want to say, like a more death metal Enslaved. Very fucking good material. I really like the first two albums. I just remember hearing the name and I was like, okay, there's going to be some good, brutal death metal. And I was really floored with how much melody and more sophistication, I guess you can say. Yes, boo-boo. Do you like Bound by Entrails? Let me show that to you. This is Marcus. But anyway, really did not know about this first album, and I'm happy to be able to pick it up. I think this was $6 or something like that. Yeah. I have nothing else to say about it. Let's go with this one. This one is Barbarian Sword, or Barbarian Swords Worms. Digipack, it was $2, I think it was. And I listened to it kind of black and thrash, almost like Gospel of the Horns, sort of. Really, for that cheap, with that cool of fucking artwork, I was like, no, I'm going to go ahead and buy it. It's worth it for that, to me. Just to go ahead and listen to the entire thing, because I only sampled everything that I didn't specifically know about. I sampled a little bit of it, and I'm like, okay, good enough. Like, once you win my $1, I'm willing to spend it. Now, if you, fantastic or up there, I'm willing to spend more. And this last one, I didn't have this. I haven't gotten the last, I think, 3 Origin albums. But this is Omnipresent. I think this was $6 or $7. It might have been around the same amount as the Suffocation. Suffocation might have been the most expensive out of all of them, just because, you know, that's what I went for, and everything else was just added on. But Origin, technical death metal, fantastic band. I still think the first album is the best one, and then Echoes is second best. I do like the second album a lot, but to me, the production on that one didn't hit as hard. But I think the first album from Origin was the best one they ever did. I like everything else they have done. It's just one of those things where I'm like, oh yeah, Origin has a new album. Go listen to it. This is the exact same shit as the last four before it, besides the first one, which I think has that element of more catchy to it. But that's me. Oh, sorry about that. I know this is a bit long in the tooth. Reason why I showed the paintings off. They're up for sale. Just putting that out there because I just broke another titanium shaft beater from Trick Pedals. Second one in less than 2 years. And they're like $45 a piece. I mean, I can afford it, but I sell paintings, so if somebody wants one that appreciates any of these videos, trying to throw that out there as well, because I don't really market my paintings online anymore, unless you know me on Facebook. Other than that, I sell them all in person and normally clear out my inventory every single year during the one art fest that I do. Outside of that, started tracking a bunch of stuff, Boiled Tongue, 1,000 Cuts, started doing the new Harmacist, and that's when the beater shaft broke, which, I mean, that ruined my fucking recording for that day. I was just like, okay, don't care anymore, time to fucking leave, whatever. But I'll take advantage of that time. Outside of that, I have still the new Nothing Is Real album, but I gotta wait for the beaters to come in. I'm gonna be starting the new Flesh configuration probably soon. I've gotten ideas for that. I finished the Maggot Crown album. That one's done. I have a few more songs for the Das Katchen album, and I'll probably finish that one up because I can still do that with one beater for the most part. Even though I like throwing in double bass, I mean, it's more of a D-beat band, so I can get away with it. And I'm in talks that maybe the label that put out Das Katchen on cassette might put out Vomit Wolves on cassette, like a discography type of release. Gotta work out the details for that, but I think that would be pretty awesome. And then outside of that, I think I'm going to start up a new Weather Vacation. I haven't had one of them for the last 2 years. I'm going to start up Mountain of Beard. I have one song. Might be a toss-off. I throw on something else because I did make it far more of that dirty blues sounding than I normally want. And I'm going to make this one next album, since it's been, 7 years since the last album I did for Mountain of Beard. Just like ultra fucking lo-fi. I want to do something that's like an hour or an hour and a half, or as much as the CD will have, 80 minutes of fucking just sludgy fucking like 7-foot spleen, grief, buzz oven. And I think I have the artwork for it, and I'll finally use that name because I wanted to use it for ROM for so long, which was Speed Freak, which I thought was always funny. Go ahead and wrap it up there because I can't really plan out anything else I'm doing until the beater comes in and I can get that situated. I might go ahead and order another one, who knows. Anyway, thanks. Cheers. Whatever. And I'm gonna start uploading some recovery period material.